Hi, my name is Emily McLendon, and today I will be interviewing my roommate Emma on coral bleaching and her thoughts and feelings about it. Emma, have you ever heard of the topic coral bleaching?
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about it.
Okay. Do you know what it is?
Um, taking a I took a class back in high school, and I remember them kind of touching over the topic. Basically, that a lot of the coral in our oceans are, like you said, bleaching. This is caused from, I believe, was a rise in temperature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, do you know like the big effects that this has on coral?
Um, Overall, it's just I believe that it's just killing it. I know that the coral has a lot to do with the ocean's ecosystem. A lot of plant and animal life depend on it, as well as they use it for their homes, for protection, and for food.
Right. Yeah. So totally right on all that. Coral in the oceans is really great for helping with oxygen levels in the ocean and providing homes for marine life and all that. They have coral bleaching has caused them to die in big numbers. Um, all around the oceans, like from Australia to more Asian Pacific areas. And what happens is the temperature in the ocean rises,
Mm-hmm.
and then you see that the coral puts on almost like a sunscreen, and this helps. It's a natural response to try and protect itself from the rising temperatures. But obviously, the temperatures are too strong for the coral and they're dying. So, do you have an idea about what might be causing the rise in temperatures?
Well, I know that there's always been a big hype about temperature rising just in the Earth overall. We see up in the Antarctic, all the skinny little polar bears because all the ice is breaking and they can't move around like they used to be able to and sneak around and eat seals and whatnot. So I feel like that has partial or plays a role in coral bleaching.
Right, yeah. So absolutely, like you can see clear evidence
Yeah.
that it is real, and you
Mm-hmm.
think it's real, right?
Yeah,
Definitely
for sure.
happening. So yeah, you see the ice melting in the Arctic. You can see the coral bleaching.
Mm-hmm.
It's happening. And what do you think? So climate change is when gases get caught in the Earth's atmosphere. This causes the temperature of the Earth in general to rise slightly, and then over time, sometimes it can get worse, and you can see effects more harshly. Um, so, what do you think can be done about it?
Um, well, I definitely think that
Climate change in specific.
climate change is specific. I definitely think that a lot of what humans do have to play a part in that. We have our cars, we
For
have our
sure.
factories, and that has been going on for years and years. Um, I don't think that we have always put in the best effort to think about our environment and how we're affecting it. I think that um, I mean, partially, I do believe that it is natural causes, but I feel like we definitely do have a lot to play in the temperature rising.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, in order to help with this problem, doing our part, of course, there are natural things that are happening
Mm-hmm.
to cause this, but it would help improve the situation if we worked on our part, which is, as you said, cutting down on factory production and vehicle
Yeah.
related issues. So, going back to the coral bleaching, would you say people really know about it?
Honestly, no. Only reason I would know about it, or only reason I do know about it, is because of the class I did take in high school, and it kind of touched on it. I feel like people feel like there are bigger issues, and yes, there are bigger cultural issues. But I feel like the awareness of it should definitely be improved and definitely be heightened. As to what to do for that, I'm not entirely sure. I feel like all of the professionals in the marine science world, I guess you could say, would probably have better ideas for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if awareness was increased, that we could help this issue
Right.
and prevent it from happening even more.
Mm-hmm. What about it stroke you personally?
Well, I remember seeing some pictures of it. Just it almost looked like fleshy and just like falling apart, and that would be, I feel like, the equivalent of that. I mean, it's an ecosystem. It's plants and animals are depending on it, and seeing that and how that is something's whole entire like world and their lifeline, I guess you could say. It's just very heartbreaking to see that
For sure.
that this is happening and that this is something that we may have caused.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I totally agree with you on that. So do you, what actions do you think should be taken in order to help raise awareness, help prevent this, or do you think it's preventable? Do you think it's kind of a lost cause? It's too much for us?
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily a lost cause. There is a potential that we've already caused too much damage and it is irreversible. But whenever looking at my own life and the actions I take, there are definitely things that I plan to change. I just living on campus, and I know there are times that I could walk when I drive, so that's something that I plan to improve. Maybe walking from my apartment and to campus, though it's a little farther than I may want to walk.
Right.
The bigger picture and looking at that, or maybe getting a bike, getting a little exercise. That'd be good for me as well as for the environment. So just little things that I feel like if people or if awareness is raised, they can look at the little things in their life, and if everyone does a little something, then hopefully it can help.
It'd have a big effect.
Yeah.
When it all comes together. Right. So have you ever seen, I know that you said you don't think many people know about it, but when you have looked at it and you've researched it, have you seen any formal, like, professionals research it, talk about it, do anything about it?
I'm going to be honest, that class was a while ago. It's not much I remember. I remember this being really impacted me, and I do remember seeing this.
Okay. Yeah. For me, I saw it on film, Chasing Corals, in my marine science class. And I really never before seeing this film had heard about it, knew what it was, cared about it, what have you. And in watching this film and seeing how invested these scientists were in the cause and researching it and helping prevent it, it was really touching and heartwarming and made me want to do my part to try and prevent it and, help save the coral. So with that, I want to thank you for talking with me. Thanks for coming. And it's good to see you. Good to talk to you.
Thank you.